Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now let's discover the political angle as well that has now erupted over the security breach incident that transpired yesterday. Now politics has erupted over the parliament breach issue after opposition demanded BJP MP Pratap Sinha expulsion from Lok Sabha as both the intruders had entered the parliament with visitor passes issued on the reference of Pratap Sinha, who is an MP from Karnataka's Mysuru. The opposition leaders are also demanding a statement from the Home Minister Amit Shah. Even yesterday, the opposition walked out from the parliament over this particular issue. All the accused are in custody currently, and the BJP has claimed that some of the accused are INDIA bloc supporters as well. On the other hand, the opposition has completely refused to buy this argument and has accused the government of compromising the security. Opposition leaders are also planning to meet the president over this security breach issue. Meanwhile, after the Speaker Om Birla held a meeting with floor leaders, it was decided to stop the entry of all visitors for the time being. We have CNN News 18's Payal joining us live on the broadcast. First, let's go to Payal and try to understand what new restrictions have been put across in order to safeguard the securities of the people inside the parliament. Payal, a very good morning to you. Over to you.
Well, Sakshi, there are a couple of measures that are going to be in place very soon. To begin with, all the visitor passes have been stopped with immediate effect, irrespective of whether it came from an MP's office or a parliament office of a minister. And also the PA and the PSs of MPs have been stopped from entering the parliament building to avoid crowding at the entry gates. And of course, ministers can bring in their staff. They are planning to see how they can actually look at the security that is there in the galleries, with the fact that they can probably look at enhance the viewing capacity as far as the gallery is concerned, what restrictions can be put into place over there. Because there has always been a practice of, parliament security being present in the gallery, who will tell you not to get up, not to raise anything, slogans, sit down in your place to check you thoroughly whether you're carrying a piece of paper or not. So that's something which is also going to be reviewed once again. The reviews are taking place at the topmost level. Of course, the media already has a separate entry to the parliament. The MPs have a separate entry, but the entry of the MPs and was in a way coinciding with the entry of a lot of visitors as well. So that was creating a lot of confusion. That is going to be done away with. So obviously, these are the few restrictions that are going to be in place while the probe continues at multiple levels. But yes, a very, very strong and a very, very assertive assurance coming in from the Lok Sabha Speaker himself, telling all members of Parliament that each of y'all, your safety and security is my personal responsibility.
Right. Payal, please stay with us. We have CNN News 18's Aman Sharma joining us live on the broadcast as well. Aman, a very good morning to you. Larger question still remains on the three-layered security. Just for the better perspective of our viewers, could you break down these three layers of security first for us, Aman?
Yes, Sakshi, see, as Payal was just saying, we have been going to Parliament all this week. It's a very, very stiff security procedure. The moment you enter the Parliament premises, there is a frisking which is done through handle detectors, metal hand detectors, and then you get entry. Your pass is checked at the entry. If you've got a pass, if it's a visitor pass, you need to get a pass made with the MP's recommendation letter there, and you have to furnish your Aadhaar card and other documents. Once you enter the Parliament premises and you reach the building's door, it is the Makar Dwar for MPs, is the Shardul Dwar for media, and other Hans Dwar is there for other visitors. This is where again you are frisked. Again the metal hand detectors and the door frame metal detectors are there. Anything you're carrying is checked through the baggage scanning machines. Then only you get your pass is checked again. Of course, it's a barcoded pass, and then you enter again. When you go to the visitors gallery, Sakshi, the third layer checking happens because there is a corridor which leads to the various visitor galleries. There are multiple visitor galleries in the Parliament. There's a media gallery. There are 3 or 4 separate visitor galleries as well. There also security is sitting and keeping a watch. They are checking your pass. If need be, they also frisk you. You can't even carry a visitor, Sakshi, can't even carry a sheath of paper, not even a handkerchief inside the visitors gallery. Even media cannot carry their phones inside the media gallery. We have to deposit the phones outside. That is the level of security which is there in Parliament. So it is very, very surprising how these two people were able to smuggle in these canisters. Now we are seeing this visual that they were hidden inside the sole of their shoes. So maybe to that level the frisking is not done. Now we could see some changes about that. Maybe some people will be asked to take off their shoes and get their shoes checked as well, like it happens sometimes at airports. I think all of that will be put in place. But the larger point also, Sakshi, the security measures which were put in place, which will be now put in place, as Payal was also mentioning, these will be enhanced because all the opposition MPs, yesterday we saw were up in arms. saying that how can such a thing happen in Parliament? This is one of the MPs, Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, was saying this is worse than 2001 because the people have managed
Right,
to jump.
Aman, we'll request you to please stay with us. Shireen is also joining us live on the broadcast. Shireen, a very good morning to you. We want to understand from you what is the angle brought in by the opposition at the moment.
Well, good morning. I'm standing right outside BJP MP Pratap Simha's residence, and he is the MP from Mysore. And the allegation that is coming in from the opposition is that he is the one who has issued the passes to all these accused. The Sagar Sharma, one of the accused in the case, one of the intruders, his pass had mentioned that how it was Pratap Simha who had in fact given the permission for him to enter the parliament. Now, according to the rule and regulation of parliament, Rule 386 clearly states that if an MP wants to give a pass to a person, then he or she should know who that person is. A proper background check needs to be done. But was this done in this case? Did Pratap Simha actually do a background check? Did his office actually check on these people? Now, this is the allegation that is coming in from the Congress party, that if it was a Congress MP or an MP from the opposition who had issued this pass, it would have been all hell broke loose in the parliament.
Right.
Similarly, the TMC has in fact been accusing, if the BJP is saying that Mahua Moitra has in fact been indulging in threat to national security, then what is this case? This case is also a threat to national security, where a BJP MP has allegedly given pass to these accused. So, of course, there is war of words that is going on between the BJP and the opposition. The opposition now wants expulsion of this BJP MP Pratap Simha.
Right.
We've been speaking to the staff of Pratap Simha. We have been told that he will not be speaking to the media. He has been told by the party leadership to be silent at the moment. So we will wait if there is any sort of clarification or statement that comes from Pratap Simha at this moment.
Okay, so Pratap Sinha's expulsion is what opposition is demanding. That is what we are learning from Shireen Elizabeth, who joined us live from outside Pratap Sinha's house. CNN News 18's Pallavi Ghosh is in fact joining us live on the broadcast as well. Pallavi, coming to you, what is going to be the next course of action? Because we are learning that the opposition is also demanding media to be completely blocked out of the parliamentary proceedings as well. Could you tell us more about it?
Well, as far as the media is concerned, Payal, I think, has already put out that information. There is, now there has been this demand from many members of parliament for quite some time that, when they go up to the Makar Dwar, that is when they are surrounded by the media, and often they don't have a free movement. But I think beyond those restrictions, what's really going to play out in parliament today, and because the Home Minister is going to be there, there are 3 of those criminal amendment bills expected and listed in Lok Sabha. So certainly there are threefold strategy. At 10 a.m. is a meeting of the India Front Alliance. They've decided to step up the campaign against the government. One, they're going to demand a statement from the Home Minister, an account of what went wrong and what's next going to be happening. Second, they want a short duration discussion, at least in both the houses of parliament, on what happened yesterday. And third, they're going to seek time from the President of India, saying that this is a complete breach of parliament security, a new parliament house. We do not even have access or information about how to go from, where to go from. So these are the points. Why is it that the opposition is doing it despite being accused of playing politics over it, as far as Mr. Piyush Goyal himself had said in Rajya Sabha? The reason is very simple, Sakshi. Particularly if I talk about the Congress party, the backdrop or the slogan or the fulcrum on which the Modi government came to power was on the weak anti-terror policies of the UPA. Today, this is an opportunity which the BJP will be facing from the opposition parties, very close to Lok Sabha elections and close to a 19th India Front meeting, to make the point, look, when it comes to a foolproof security system, you are very weak.
Right, Pallavi, Payal, Aman and Shireen, thank you so much for walking us through all those crucial details that we have received so far in this particular story. Right now, it's time to slip into a very short commercial break. Stay with CNN News 18.